If we handed you a random product and social media network, could you find a market for the product and sell a bunch of them? Or what if you saw a brand new opportunity on social media? Would you know how to capitalize, or are you going to wait until somebody spoon feeds you the answer? Welcome to the Digital Marketing Misfits Show, where we, a group of experienced marketers, take on ridiculous and often hilarious marketing challenges to put our skills to the test. We also discuss current marketing events, trends we see on social media, and more. Digital Marketing Misfits is like your favorite morning radio show, except we've applied that entertaining style to the often boring subject of digital marketing. So tune in for some pure marketing mayhem as we make marketing fun again on the Digital Marketing Misfits Show. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Digital Marketing Misfits Show, episode 33. And we've got an exciting lineup tonight. And
what is it?
Talk about sorority season. Is Bama Rush TikTok hit your For You page yet? Because it has hit mine in full swing. And we got, info products are popping up around stuff like that. We're talking about TikTok, more of things that don't matter on TikTok at all. We're having a decent pre-show conversation. Hopefully that same fire makes it here. Now that we got Barb. Yeah, everyone drop in the comments. Let us know where you are. So yeah, what do you guys want to start? You guys want to start with sorority courses, or
I don't know, the funnel topic started to blow up after, so should we go right to that?
Yeah, we might as well.
Yeah.
I want to hear your ideas.
So, all right. So everyone here, if you're not aware, there's a consulting program. So sorority rushes, apparently it's become a thing, and they've gotten a lot more exclusive since I think we were in college. Now there are consulting packages. So if you want to rush a sorority, there is a company that's popped up that will coach you on how to get accepted into whatever your sorority of choice. They'll coach you on what to act, what to wear, what to say, I guess how to do it. And these packages go anywhere from $500 to $5,000. And that doesn't include your dues, your sorority dues. And I was shocked when I first saw it.
So these packages are just so women or people who want to join sororities, period, just so they can get in. That's literally all this consulting is. Like, hey, let me pay you $5,000 and I want to get into whatever. I don't even know what sororities are out there, so I couldn't even pick one out of the hat.
What even would be a requirement to? I didn't do the fraternity thing, so I don't even know what are the requirements to get in.
I was an independent. Barb, you in a sorority?
No. No. My college days were spent on partying and sometimes stumbling into class wearing the same clothes that I was wearing the day before, but
we would have gotten along.
Yeah. But, yeah, based on some of the pictures I've seen in our group chat, I find that accurate.
Yeah. All right. So there's it's called gettingthebid.com. So yeah, what they do is they help you stand out, have options, and then it says run home to a sorority that you love. And the requirements, I think I'm thinking it's just if they like you and they want to pick you. I don't think there's really any you have to do such and such.
Yeah, I feel like it's very, and I could just be, thinking of Legally Blonde and stuff, but that's the basis for my knowledge about sororities. But I feel like it's very much like who you know, how connected you are, your appearance, your vibe, if you fit in. But I could be wrong. Pop off in the comments if you know. But
yeah, seriously. I had friends who rushed fraternity in college, and it was a lot of just you have to do all of this weird shit. And if you do it, then essentially, and we like you enough, you're in. And I know the on the surface was, well, we're going to put all our pledges in this intense situation so they all bond, and you bond with the rest of the brothers. And
I would think the smart pledge would just go up to the headmaster and say, here's $5,000. I'm not going to buy a consultant firm. I'm going to give it to you guys. You going to let me in? Here you go. You're buying future access to, later on in connections. And
that seems more direct.
Yes. Yeah. It sounds like, or here, I was going to pay a consultant $5,000. I just pay you $6,000 or or whatever.
It's like somebody instead of just going and learning from the misfits, they spend $2,500 on blueprints. Just give it to us directly, and you'll learn more and be better off.
Yeah, I never even thought about that in terms of just paying the head of the Greek. But yeah, I get it. So if you are out there struggling to do an info product, a course, you're like, I don't know what I'm good at. I don't know what I can sell a course in. Literally anything. That's kind of why I wanted to pick this particular topic, is that you're an expert in something.
Yeah.
And people are willing to pay for a result. Again, people are paying up to $5,000. I think $5,000 was one-on-one consultant. Like they get daily tech. You could text them all throughout the day for the whole process. And I think for $5,000, they guaranteed that you got in.
I'm gonna go back to college and I'm gonna invest in that just to put it to the test.
That's insane.
That's good.
But yeah, that would be a TikTok. I went back to college and hired a consultant. But it's there. I mean, people are trying to get you a result. I mean, that's what it is. If you can get a result rather reliably, and that's a result that other people want to get, they'll pay you money for it.
Absolutely.
And I have to say, after scrolling through this whole like sales page of theirs at that getthebid.com, like it's an impressive offer. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like it was very well put together. They've got bonuses, they've got support, they've got like they're checking all the boxes. So these people know what the hell they're doing, and they're not just some schmuck that says, "Hey, I can get you into any sorority you want." So there is a skill to that as well. Like, learn how to create offers, because that thing that is super random that you're just really, really good at could wind up, generating you hella income, pretty effortlessly.
Mm-hmm.
It's a framework. I mean, every successful course and every successful consulting or coaching program follows a framework.
Right.
And this proves it. Like you're saying, you're going through, there's all offers, bonuses. I bet you if we apply, there's an OTO page, there's an order bump.
Oh,
for
absolutely.
Sure. All kinds of things. There's an ascension ladder, I'm sure. But
yeah, and if you think, I mean, do they rush in the spring too, or is it just a fall rush?
No, it's 2 rushes. There's fall and spring rush.
So there you go. There's 2 opportunities and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of potential customers.
Yep.
Watch, we're gonna be at Funnel Hacking Live, and they're gonna announce someone's name and go and gettingthebid.com, and they'll get a 2 Comma Club. I was like, I know them. I saw that offer.
That's awesome.
Were they promoting that offer on just using short form media?
No. I saw somebody. So there's actually a Wall Street Journal article about it. So it was talking about it. And then I came across it on TikTok from someone reporting on the Wall Street Journal reporting on it. And that's when I was in there and I was like, guys, we got to talk about this because this is insane.
Can we talk about how fast news travels on TikTok now?
Yeah, extremely.
Yeah.
Like literally. And because one person will make a video that does really, really well, and there are satellite content creators that watch that person, and then they create very similar content satelliting off of it. And then once it just, I mean, you can literally deliver news to people before the news media outlets can even get
100%
to the people. That is incredible to me.
I mean, grassroots reporting. I mean, it happened almost live. How about, I don't really watch a whole lot of TV, but even what happened in Maui and Lahaina.
Maui.
Yeah.
Dude, I was just thinking that with Maui because
that was almost live.
I saw it on TikTok like really early in the morning, and then I'll go to like Drudge or MSN, nothing until like 9 o'clock, 9:30 our time. And I'm like, this already happened. It's already happened, and you're not reporting on it. It's insane.
Yeah. And
then
even
they want to get rid of it.
Yeah. Well, even the reporters calling the people whose houses burned, offering cash.
Mm-hmm.
No reporting on that, but that made TikTok.
Yeah.
People are freaking. There was one girl who was actually on live. So I saw a post of a live. So again, this is like third and fourth hand news, but whatever. It's all indexed. It's all still there. But the girl was screen recording her live, and she was getting flustered and kept tapping her phone. Yeah. They were actually, people said later, she was actually muting calls from investors trying to buy her burned house.
Oh my God.
So she got one. It got her really upset, and she went to go talk on TikTok Live to like tell people like, "Yo, this is what the F is happening." And was just sitting there just muting calls.
Oh my God.
That's why they want to silence it.
Yeah, that's why they want to. That's the real reason they want to ban TikTok.
I mean, there's some truth in that.
Oh yeah, I mean it's unfiltered. I mean you also had East Palestine too. That was another newsworthy disaster. That was again TikTok found it first.
The house that blew up in your neighborhood recently.
It's not my. Dude, that was like 400 miles away. That was outside Pittsburgh. But yeah, you don't see any of these things. I mean, it's funny.
That's really where you have to sift through the rubble of all of this stuff. That was my joke. But because then the conspiracy comes out about the house blowing. So it's like house blowing up. That's newsworthy. Then the conspiracy theories, and you have to go like, okay, well, let's just calm down a little bit.
Oh yeah, dude, everything's a conspiracy theory. When I-95 collapsed, where our highways are under attack. No, yeah. Some guy just took this ramp. That's treacherous too fast.
No, that's real.
Yeah, what's real? We're all under attack all the time. It's all planned.
They're cutting off the petroleum pipeline slowly.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Red Dawn? It's all tied together, my friend.
The original or the remake? I don't know which one do we need to follow.
The original fad. God.
There's a Golden Dawn restaurant by me. Is that any
I had a Golden Dawn. It wasn't a restaurant. It was a never mind. We talked about that earlier.
Thailand earlier. Oh my god. Off the rails tonight.
Mark just disappeared now.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of AI-generated girlfriends, well, that was another story.
That was a good segue. It was another story. So we were talking about AI-generated nudes. What, about 6 months ago?
Mm-hmm.
Was that one there? And now they've
not on the show, just in general. But yeah.
We talked about AI nudes on the show for sure. I think I don't know, whatever. But now they are doing actual AI influencers, like videos and everything. Like it's gotten AI has progressed in only the past 6 months to be able to now generate complete videos, and I think she's even powered by Chat GPT if you talk to her.
Yes.
So it's just somebody wrote this program, put up a profile, and now just I guess collects OnlyFans payments. You know, this person doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Brave new world.
Genius. Whoever ran to that market. Just
I know. When I think of like the, I don't know, stereotypical programmer that put that program together
for personal use first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. And then realize, wait a minute.
I can resell
this.
I
could monetize this.
It's probably Cheeto fingers. He's sitting there. He's like, man, I really need to get out of my mom's basement.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now let me figure this AI stuff out. That's it.
Again, that's also if you can get a result relatively quickly, no pun intended, you can monetize it.
You could create
a result. Yeah.
You could create a course on the process of creating an AI avatar person and putting them on OnlyFans and how to market it and all of that stuff. That's a course in itself.
Mm-hmm. You think Tate's going to put that in his university when he comes back online?
Awesome.
I mean,
that's
his target market.
100%. 100%.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's
wild.
Nice.
I'm low-key offended that no one's contacted me to make an AI of me for OnlyFans.
Yet.
Yeah. I'm available.
Yeah, the power of
BarbMcGowan.com.
You heard it here first, everyone.
But marketing all that stuff there through TikTok. So I mean, also marketing and TikTok and AI stuff. And I have a shitty segue. Stuff that doesn't matter. We were talking about this. People make their entire TikTok accounts about shit that doesn't matter. Hashtags, posting times, music at 0 volume, all that stuff.
Oh my God. Pull up that list.
Oh yeah, we should. Let's see. Let's go through.
I wish I could. I want to get that tattooed on me. I think I said that. That's going to be a tramp stamp. Just that list of what does not matter.
Oh shit!
Like a whole novel.
Yeah, just a full back mural of.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. All right, shit that doesn't matter. Hashtags. Nope. I get more views without hashtags. Anyone else? Fine with and without?
I get the same amount either way, really.
The 100
Yeah,
views.
TikTok, you can't trick TikTok, you guys. They're not stupid.
No.
Like a hashtag or putting FYP is not going to trick the algorithm into
hashtag viral. That's not working. Damn it!
Is not gonna,
Damn
and then
it.
you have
No,
5 views.
It's
like,
I'm
hashtag
shadow banned.
FYP with the little like sly grin thing.
Yeah,
That's the one that works. TikTok's broken, guys.
mm-hmm.
Posting multiple times a day. No, there's somebody I started posting. If I make 3 or 4 posts in a day, I don't space them out anymore. I just put them all the same, and it doesn't matter.
No,
I came across this one guy, there's a lawyer I follow, and he posts probably 10 or 15 times a day, but he posts all of his videos back to back to back to back, and then just ghosts for the rest of the day. And he's doing 800,000 views a day. And I was like, doesn't matter. And he's been doing that for 3 years. Staying within your niche. That one I sort of agree with, or I kind of think maybe might matter. But
yeah.
I don't disagree with. Reposting. Reposting on the same account, but you got to give it some time. Because I did something where I posted the same. I got a video, got 8,000 views on my main account. I posted it on my Got Banned account. It got 6 views.
Oh wow.
And I was like, oh, maybe that's because it recognized that it was already posted elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Although those big meme pages, they have nothing but reposted content. It's mega viral. Like how many times you see like Barstool or like, was it Overtime or some of those big verified pages?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Data says that I'm probably wrong. Subtitles. I like subtitles.
Subtitles are more of like a convenience thing, but it's like none of these things are make or break. If your content is garbage, you could have the perfect hashtags. You could be posting 3 to 5 times a day, spaced out 1.76 hours, all of that stuff, and it will not matter because your content's crap. On the other side of that, if you make fantastic content that's like amazing storytelling, like makes people feel something, whether it's angry, ecstatic, like feel some kind of feeling. In Dom's case, people feel enraged, offended. But then that's when you will get traction. It has nothing to do with all that other stuff. And if you are stressing about it or wasting time or asking questions or trying to test different hashtag strategies, for the love of everything pure, it does not matter. And you are focusing on the wrong thing. And the fact that you are says a lot.
Yep.
Okay, ran over.
No, please. I'm upset that it ended.
Oh man. I feel so strongly.
I know.
Keep going.
I love it. Keep going. Preach.
That's the whole thing, right? The message should not be about selling. It should be about serving. And there's a lot of people that are sell. What value are you providing? How are you going to serve your audience?
No one's clicking my link. How do I get a clickable link? I've got 4 followers. How are they going to buy from me? No.
I think Dom posted this in some group at some point, but I think you said something like before you have like 1,000 to 1,500 followers, every call to action should be follow me for, more on this or to learn more to do this. And if your focus is how do I get people to click my link, hang up your hat. Like, honestly, this is not for you. If you can't understand that that's not the way to go about developing a relationship with the people who are observing and consuming your content, it's not for you.
All those 5-hour lives and 4-hour lives that you see lately, that's all it is. It's like, click the link, go click the link. It should be around here. Go click it, go jump in.
How do you say that for 5 hours though?
Gross. It's like, it's a massive Tupperware party, It's just really gross to watch that.
Oh my God, that is exactly what that is.
It's Amway. It's a Tupperware party, and you're like, Jesus Christ. But the thing is, people are falling for that. So is it like the lonely audience that wants to be part of something again? But I don't know. It's ick. The ick factor.
It's the ease. It's the simplicity. It's the you're going to make money overnight. That's what all of it is. That's what all of these TikTok gurus, the SEO people, the trending sound people, the transition people, the whatever people, all the different variants of TikTok people who are like, oh, use this sound and you're going to go viral. Do this transition, you'll go viral. Use this SEO strategy, you'll go viral. Like all of it is just preying on people who want it quick and easy without any effort involved. And newsflash for anybody out there who is just kind of clueless to this, nothing in life comes easy. Well, nothing of value anyways.
Unless it's an AI girlfriend. You could just be like...
But that's still going to take some time to build, who knows?
It's like the triangle, like time, money, or quality. You can have 2 of the 3, but you can never have all 3. So you have to pick which ones you want.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. I mean, and that's all that is. They sell the ease. They sell the quick and easy. And oh my God, like I didn't realize that it was just stuff laying around my house I can make reviews about, and it's just normal people talking normal stuff, pitching to people who just want something hand delivered to them. Like, oh, just buy this one thing and all of your dreams will come true. Yeah. And that's not the reality.
No.
You got to work for that shit.
That's true. I've always said that your audience, and it's going to sound shitty at first, but go with me here. Right? Your audience, think of your audience like a bank account. Right? Every time that you educate, every time you even entertaining, right? We always talk about educating, but you can even entertain. Shit. People like my my Benny Hill response. Like that was entertaining. People found value in that, even though it did. Some dude was just saying, you should be arrested, and I just responded with the Benny Hill thing. So and the other one. So entertain, educate, just show up and don't ask for anything with your audience. That's a deposit. You're putting money in that bank account. Every time you go, hey, go click the link in my bio, that's a withdrawal. And if you withdraw too many times, there's eventually you're going to hit a point where you're overdrawn, you're insufficient funds, and people aren't clicking because you didn't put enough fucking shit in the bank account yet.
Exactly.
And you can't set up a bank account day one and then go to write a check on it because there's no money in the account.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta
spend loan, maybe?
What'd you say?
That's a perfect analogy.
Yep, it is.
Yeah, it really is.
And that's kind of goes into you got the Alex Hormozy. If you can go without a year and then make one big ask.
What happens when you throw rocks at your bank account?
Oh fuck! I mean, sometimes the bank will shut you down, or other banks will come and. Dude, all right. I was actually going through expert secrets, and throwing rocks is only one of about 6 strategies, and I think I've been leaning too hard on that one because it seems.
Yeah, you like that one a lot
because it's easy. I get frustrated. I'm like, no, I can turn this frustration into clicks.
I know. But
that is another thing, though. Throwing a rock is also a withdrawal on your bank account. I'm going to self-own it. I've been drawing a lot on the bank account right now.
Yeah. But never mind. That's going to sound shitty, so I won't do that.
No, I just told everyone their audience was their bank account. Come on. Go off in your nice kitchen.
Actually, that'd be a great piece of content because it's like when people talk about using your TikTok as an ATM.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like I always find that kind of cringy because you're literally talking about the people you're speaking to in your content, basically exploiting them for money. But
right.
I mean, that's an even better analogy is like, it's kind of like an ATM. It's a bank account. And you have to make withdrawals to have money in the account to then, have money.
You got to make deposits first before you can take
You have to have goodwill with your customer. It's symbiotic though. I mean, your store owners, local, everyone serves each other. You can't have one without the other. And then if you serve your customer well, they're going to stick around. They're going to spend more money, but they're also going to learn. Maybe they'll go out and they'll make their own store or whatever. Well, you build your town that way, your community that way.
Exactly. And it's like just like a 9-to-5 job. You go, you do work, and then they pay you. The only thing that sucks about a 9-to-5 job is it doesn't matter how good you do, how hard you work, how much you contribute, the value you add, you still get paid the same.
Yep.
The thing about the value you can add in an online business is you get paid according to the value that you deliver. Right. And that could be a bad thing if you're just like, click the link, or it could be an amazing thing when you're actually doing a service for people. Like Dom said, educating, entertaining, but there is an exchange that happens. It's not just, I'm going to crap out content and then say, click the link and it's magically going to happen. Like you have to earn that money.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So I picked up my copy of Expert Secrets. There's only 5 ways of the stool. Number 1, throw rocks at enemies, right? We all know this is my favorite way to persuade people. Again, it's easy, right? Whatever. But another one here.
Swines?
What'd you say?
Throw pearls at swine?
Yeah, well, no. That's another one there. Next one, it talks about encourage dreams. This is the one that I think I know why. So the two are diametrically opposed. It's encourage dreams is what everybody wants. Would you love a life of working 2 hours a day and making 50,000? Like that's, of course,
Right.
everybody has that dream. But there's also justify the failures, confirm suspicions, and allay the fears, or I guess put to doubt or put to rest their fears. Nobody uses those three. Like, if someone, you got to like justify their failures being like, oh, it's okay that you fail. That's part of the process. And it's not your fault because of, but like,
I think you see it. I see, I'm picking up what you're throwing down, but I feel like that a lot of people, that's immediately what they hopped on when that 3-letter thing kicked off. Was oh, it was because like you were set up
now,
to
it's
fail.
gone.
It wasn't your fault. You were set up to fail, all that other stuff. You know what I mean? So that's exactly what that's also talking about. Not so much just like it's part of the process. Like you'll fail and then you'll succeed, and you'll fail and you'll succeed. It's just part of growing. It's more about like, hey, it's not your fault. You're not responsible for your actions. It's that other guy.
That's still in all the emails I get from the 2-letter word, and used to get from the big bold subject line. It's not your fault. You remember that one? That was in the email sequence.
Mm-hmm.
It's not your fault.
Yeah,
so I feel like a lot of people use those. It's just not as blatant, you know, because it doesn't draw as much attention when you're talking about dreams and stuff like that. Like that doesn't draw nearly as much attention as like, oh, fuck this other company, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's be real. You know, people love a little drama.
Yeah, drama's fun though. And then the other one. Okay, so we've seen people justify the failures,
right?
But then there's also diminish their fears. I don't see a lot of people doing that though, because I don't think there's a fear of being, oh, what if my friends and family see? What if I don't know what I'm going to do? What if like people talk about imposter syndrome, but they don't like.
Well, is that part of what we're building with the fourth wall? Is the fear of failing? We're taking that out of the mix because we're setting up.
There's
basically you
incredible
show up,
lesson by Scotty in there.
You just. I mean, if you show up every week and you do the shit, I mean, your chances of failing are a lot less. Yeah,
it's true.
So we take that away from them.
Yeah, take away the fear of failure or any fears. Like, will it work? Will it work for me?
Right.
Will I look silly if I try it?
Well, look at your AI. Look at Anonymous Influencer, for instance. Y'all almost have like a guarantee of approval. That's, quelching those fears.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what that is. I don't think it's as prominent in like upfront content, because you got to think there's a lot more attention getting versus like, hey, it's going to be okay. Everything's going to be all right. There's not so much like kumbaya-ing in content.
No.
Well, at least not in the online marketing space that I've seen.
No. That whole age of everyone not talk bad about anybody. That's all gone. Those days are gone.
Yeah.
Confirm their suspicions. That's another one. Everyone's suspicious of something. Everyone thinks like, I guess. Although I think that's another reason why MRR is doing so well.
Because they're not gatekeeping.
Yeah.
I
could learn this without buying a high ticket course. Oh yeah, you can. I knew it.
You could literally learn it from YouTube or the 1995 PLR course. That if you go to PLR. What's the name of that site that I showed you that I bought it off of? It's like 1995 for the whole goddamn thing. So.
Yeah, but they're the 5 bits of persuasion. Now that's gonna be and again, anybody else here? I'm gonna do a Brunson book plug here because I love these things. Expert Secrets, I think, is the best of the 3. Mm-hmm. People get hung up on traffic secrets because like, I need traffic. It ain't a fucking traffic problem. It's a message problem. More times than not. If your message is right, the traffic will come. And this is where you'll get the message right. And then .com secrets is the funnel. Like most people have done for you funnels anyway. Like it ain't the funnel. Promise. But the problem is this is the hardest stuff to master.
Do you think the linchpin is going to be as thick as that book, or is it going to be just like a little?
I don't know. I'm waiting
for Kinko's.
I don't think so. I think it's going to be smaller.
Is Kinko's even a thing anymore?
I'm here for your time machine. Okay, you're welcome. KTEL Records.
I don't think so. Because I think linchpin. I think I know how big Linchpin's going to be. Hang on. Linchpin's probably going to be about this big.
Yeah.
Like the network marketing secrets book, because it's almost like a highlight reel of the other stuff applied to a specific technique. I think. I don't know. We'll see when it comes. But I'll tell you what, the system has been relentlessly messaging and emailing me, trying to get me to book a ticket to Funnel Hacking Live.
And book a call with their team. Their email follow-up has been slightly aggressive.
Aggressive with a capital A. It is aggressive.
I mean, I know marketers that are even more so aggressive than ClickFunnels, but I will say their funnel is implementing a version of the Linchpin.
One more time.
Their book funnel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's dramatic demonstration event.
Yep.
Funnel Hacking Live.
Yep.
I want to talk about get your opt-in thing. Although Russell never does anything truly free. Even on the free your first funnel challenge, it's a $30 buy-in to get the actual you can't unselect the $30 box. Yeah.
Yeah. I just found the box in my kid's closet the other day.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, he always has the 30-day book. I've got 3 copies of this because it's in it. And again, creating things, I'm realizing now as I'm getting up there in age of internet marketing years, which are 3 times longer than dog years.
Yeah.
So they're like 1 internet marketing year is like 21 regular years. But if you create a good asset lead magnet thing that it just goes on the shelf, it never ever dies.
Yeah.
I always wondered how people spin up all these new offers. How are they always creating something new? They're not.
Nope.
They're not. And it's the same framework. It might even be the same book.
Did you notice Tales for Titans with Tim Ferriss is laid out kind of the same way, and then Tim Ferriss explains he sent out emails to basically everybody that he knew with 3 or 4 questions, and they responded, and he has a big ass book. It's the same thing Russell did with that one.
Yeah.
He just asked a bunch of his people on his list, hey, if you had to start all over again, and you had 30 days, they responded, boom, it's a book that he published and made millions. I mean, thinking about that, you're like, God, how am I so stupid that I can't figure that shit out? Because it's such a simple tactic.
But that's just exactly if you want to create an info product, even if you feel like you don't have expertise or your expertise isn't well-rounded enough, people. Yeah. Someone who knows someone else who knows something who'd be willing to talk to you. And it's just a matter of that, thinking in that paradigm,
Exactly.
The Russell Brunson, how can I monetize this? How can I turn this into an offer? How can I add a bonus to this?
Yeah. It's so weird.
And Russell wasn't the one. Steven Larson did the same thing with your final offer. I just looked at it. It looks like he's rerouting right now to his offer launch, but he had a book that was called Your Final Offer. He all 100, I think it was 30 or 50 marketers he knew. If you had 6 months to live and you can only make 1 offer for the rest of your life and it had to sustain your family forever, what would it be?
Yep.
And it was a big ass book of 50 different offers.
That's really cool. We should do something like that.
We should.
It'd be it's so weird how they all said, I would definitely buy ClickFunnels to get my business off the ground or something like that.
I don't know. On the click. Well, because in the 30 days, the guy was a qualifier. You wake up with nothing but a ClickFunnels account. What do you do?
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Stevens, I don't think it was. I don't think ClickFunnels was a qualifier, but it was you had to make an offer, and he sells an offer lab.
I just think it's interesting because they're all marketers and they're friends with Russell, so they're going to kind of guide everybody down the path. If you asked a bunch of Rangers, what's your everyday carry? You're gonna have 100 different everyday carries. You ask a bunch of marketers, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, Russell Brunson, ClickFunnels all the way. It's different. It's a little one-sided, I think.
Yes, but also at the same time, if there was a qualifier though with 100 different Rangers, you wake up with just your standard issue kit, what would you take? You'd probably get 100 different answers, but they're all working from the same toolbox. Russell literally gave them the toolbox. You wake up with a ClickFunnels account.
Yeah.
But I'm with you though in the fact that yes, and you need to know that if you're buying anything branded that's a company, everything is a lead magnet.
Yeah.
Like I talked about the Disney DVDs from the 90s years ago.
Yeah.
All it is, there's literally a song about making memories, and they show them how to get the memory maker package. Like it's like North Korean propaganda. Like just
is it gonna have the original Snow White or the new one?
Did they change Snow White?
Never mind.
Or was that a dark Scotty joke?
No. we'll talk about it. We'll talk about the marketing aspect of that in a few weeks, I'm sure, when the disaster unfolds. But yeah, that'll be later. Barb knows.
Scotty,
she's grinning. Let's keep it.
Okay, it's fine.
Like,
now I'm not gonna be able to focus on anything. Because now I'm thinking about
you got to spread your TikTok wings and go outside of the make money online space and the get out there. There's other stuff out there.
I've been deep in the STEM space, like the shirt I shared earlier. I refuse to fit in. I
like that.
Yeah. So anyone know? I'm trying to come up with the misfit kind of merch here that like tells what we are. And this it was a black shirt that said I refuse to fit in, but it had an Einstein polygon on it. And the reason being is that space, that shape was just discovered. It only fits in with itself. It mathematically cannot fit in with any other shape. Which I thought was kind of cool. Most people wouldn't get. Now everyone's typing. I'll bring it on the screen, guys.
Wait, is that thing that you put the link in the chat the other day?
Possibly.
The shape that was just discovered?
Yes. Oh wait, that's on the wrong. I'm gonna share the wrong screen. Yeah, it's this shape right here was discovered. It was just discovered that they would try to like make an infinitely repeating tile pattern that like if you obviously put all squares, you can transpose the squares anywhere. It'll always look the same. With this little like scraggly hat shape thing, that it'll never mathematically look like the same. And it only fits in with other ones of itself.
All day long, folks, we have to deal with this all day long. Just randomly out of the blue, Dom will throw something and we'll be like, what do I need to fix? He's like, no, check this out.
Yeah, that's the coolest thing in the world, right? Isn't it? Like that. I mean, again, it's very high level humor, not humor, but like you have to understand it. Like I don't fit in. Like someone like, oh, that's no one's gonna stop us on the street and go, that's an Einstein polygon.
No, they will not.
One person might though, and then they're gonna be like, you get it.
Just make an all over shirt with that pattern.
Oh, dude, that'd be spectacular. Although you couldn't print it though. You'd have to get it. You'd have to make the print bigger than the shirt because you couldn't tile the pattern. It wouldn't work. I don't know.
Why are you ruining my hopes and dreams?
I'm not saying it could be done, but it would have to be. It would probably be it'd be an expensive piece of clothing.
Cheeto fingers that shirt exactly.
Yeah. Shop.digitalmarketingmisfits.com.
Did I get it right?
You have merch. You did. I think it's right. Just go double check and make sure we paid the Shopify bill. I don't know. I got dinged for $1 the other day. I think we're good. Yeah, we're up. It's live. Joys of running a business. When we got our Facebook account hacked, got to change the credit card. I forgot to change it over on Shopify.
So many things.
Yeah. Yeah. Facebook sucks, by the way.
Facebook does suck.
I'm gonna throw a rock again at that one. Facebook sucks.
Hackers have found a way to overcome two-factor authentication in getting into people's accounts so that they can lock other people out and then try to get into their business manager and spend thousands of dollars before you realize it.
Yeah, but on the surface, Facebook Business Manager says, "Oh, it's not been compromised."
Right.
Yeah. They just gaslit us. They try to get. You're not
that's hacked. Exactly it. They don't care. They absolutely do not care, and you can't do anything about it. There's no phone call. You can't pick. There's no way to get around it, and they're horrible. They suck. I hope they burn in the eternal fires of hell.
It's gonna be a lawsuit, like that dude that wanted his Facebook account was like deleted permanently because of something. There was no one he could contact. There was no way no recourse for him, and he sued Facebook and won like a crap ton of money.
Yeah.
So
Jamar,
I
call
could
your
see
lawyer.
this
That
going
might-
in that, going in that same
that might be
direction.
my angle, because there was no phone number, there's no
Yeah.
email address, there's nobody to contact.
Right.
There's literally
check.
no way to prove that it was your previous account.
Right.
There, you can't upload an ID. You're there.
my.
I had it verified. I was paying them like $15-20 a month for that verified
I was
account.
paying-
It didn't mean shit.
Yeah.
No.
It's ridiculous.
Jamar, go into the JAG office with that complaint.
Yeah.
See if you get some hungry first lieutenant who wants to take on Zuckerberg.
I mean, guys, if there's a class action lawsuit lawyer listening, we're all in. We'll start.
Yeah, I mean, if you ran your business like 100% through Facebook, right?
Yeah.
So like Facebook was your livelihood, like your entire business, which do not ever do that. Don't depend on a social media platform to run 100% of your business. That's the first thing. But if I were somebody who was in that position where like that was my livelihood, I would try to approach a lawyer or somebody and try to go after Facebook to try to get your account back, because the way that they have it set up is it's criminal.
Yeah, it's all AI. Like they didn't want to.
Yeah.
Although I will say though, I feel like Facebook is enjoying and continues to enjoy the first mover advantage, because I can tell you how many times you go to like a local business, like a dog groomer or like a party supply store or something. Check out check out our website. And it's a Facebook page, or go like us on Facebook.
Oh my God.
And it's like, that's your website,
bro. Okay. Before I started my online business, I was doing freelance like web design, and in Fresno, it's like going back to like 1995. Nowhere has a website. Nowhere thinks it's important to have a website. Doesn't matter what business it is. It could be a restaurant. It could be like a brick and mortar, just like any kind of retail. They don't see the value in having an online presence outside of Facebook. I'm just like,
it's insane.
It's wild.
That's awesome.
Absolutely wild.
Yeah.
So awesome. We just need a Facebook and a Yelp. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But the thing about Facebook is just so ubiquitous. Everybody has a Facebook.
No.
Most people do.
Most old people do.
Yeah, except for the Gen Zs.
Yeah, the Gen Zs are like
more. Gen Z is going to save the world.
But it pained me. It pained me to get back onto Facebook. I was off of Facebook for 2 weeks.
Yeah, you were in the penalty box.
I didn't want to come back after I was fighting Mark Zuckerberg for 2 weeks. I said, no.
I rage quit for a weekend too.
Yeah.
Around the same time. And then I got to the point. Go ahead, Barb.
I was just going to say, I legit got off Facebook after I got out of rehab, because I was like, this is not good for my mental health. And I was off it for years and then had to get back on for business reasons. But it's just so toxic, like even just personally, not even talking about business practices, which are like horrific. But
yeah. Well, all right. Well, look, let's go down that vein though for a second. So people who are in the we'll call them the producer side, right? The business owners, the people who want to have the business groups and teach people and run their business on Facebook. And then you've got, I will agree, the consumer side of Facebook is toxic as shit. And it is not good. And I mean, I just go like any local news page, it's always just people shouting at each other all the time. And it more times than not, half of every comment is misspelled and there's no coherency at all. Why are we on that platform trying to reach those people?
Because it's got the reach. You're not trying to reach those people. You're trying to reach a portion of those people.
So, yeah, but I just...
Not your Uncle Freddie who makes the racist comment at Thanksgiving dinner and you're like, oh, dude.
Yeah.
No, not him.
Or like random friends of friends who are posting, political bull crap. And then
they tag you on shit. And you're like,
yeah.
Whoa, don't bring. Whoa.
No. I know Scotty agrees with me.
Yeah. Hey, Scotty. Oh,
no.
That comedian who says, the N-word's coming when the guy goes like that.
Oh
you're
my
like,
God, the quick look around, the paused look. Yeah, that's never good.
Like, no, we are not the same. Don't.
No. But you also though, but again, the people who realize that shit's bad as a consumer are off. They're trying to leave Facebook. So why? I hate that. Go to Go High Level Communities, by the way. That should be showing up this week. I cannot wait. Move your communities off of Facebook, please. The love of all things.
But you know what, Dom? In a sense, too, I think Facebook is a lot like Reddit and a lot of those other social medias where people are like, they just stay there because that's the only place they can say what they want to say. And they feel like people are listening, even though nobody is. But then they argue you're like, you fucking, sometimes I'm sitting there with my phone. Somebody will say something on TikTok and I'm like, oh yeah. And then I'm like, seriously, why do I even care? It's like being on Reddit. Like nobody cares about the,
Nobody cares.
You know what I do now? I block. If I get emotional and mad about, I'm just like, bloop, and I block their account so I never have to see them again. And it's so therapeutic. I suggest everyone do it.
Very.
I don't want to respond. I don't care. And they don't care.
You don't owe anybody a response ever.
No.
Whether that be an email, a DM, it does not matter. You do not owe anybody a response.
No.
Comment.
Yeah.
That's another one too. You don't owe anyone a response, and it's your prerogative who you choose to respond to or not. And to your point, block them. That's so much better for your mental health than being like, I don't know how to respond to this. It's so negative. Don't.
Yeah,
don't.
It doesn't need to be this hard. You don't need to think about it this hard.
Yeah.
I need this help. Please respond. No. Or just teach me for free and I'll promote you to the end of the earth when you make me a success. No, it's not how it works.
But I do think we have this. We never used to have it. We have it because of social media where we feel like we want to respond or we don't know what to respond to. Because back in the older days, guess what? You get punched right in the fucking face.
Mm-hmm.
That was a consequence. Right now, there's no consequence, right? You can respond. You can tit for tat back and forth because nothing's going to happen. I miss the old days. Sorry.
Well, and just let me add
from a Photoshop. Do old man yells at cloud and put Scotty's face on it.
Get off my leg. Yells at cloud.
Why is this guy
I didn't
blue?
even steamroll you there.
No, that had to be said. It had to. I was just gonna say, it's like from a psychological perspective, nothing will piss off those kind of people more than not engaging with them. Like the easiest way to transfer some kind of negative emotion is to give it to someone else rather than deal with your own shit. And that's why there's like that TikTok video, like, oh, do you want to go to therapy or double it and give it to the next generation? You know what I mean? And they're always like, oh, double it and give it to the next generation, obviously. But so, yeah. So if you just let them sit there with their shit feeling and don't respond in the way that, don't get amped up and participate in the power struggle, they will implode.
Yeah.
Like
Shout
Titan.
out Titans. Oh,
beat you to it.
Wow. We are of one mind.
Yes. Or you can respond though in kindness and just explain nicely and smile. Like Barb, you said it best the other day. She's like, Tom, you twist the knife but smile at them the whole time.
What knife?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not stabbing you. That's in your head.
Oh my God.
See, when you learn how marketing and persuasion works, you can get people to do whatever. It's great.
Yeah.
But you got to wield it responsibly. I'll admit, there are days where I wake up and I'm like, that wasn't a really good post. I want to private that one.
The day after he wakes up and chooses violence.
Yeah.
It happens. And I'm like, I got to respond to that. But because again, I got it instilled in my head by a couple of really great marketers. None of this matters. But everyone who's watching my stuff doesn't always know that.
But honestly, it's overlooked too. You however weird this sounds, you come at it from a good heart and a good place. You want these people to understand some of the bullshit that they're being fed. You know what I mean? It's just sometimes you're way over their head.
A therapy session, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just
I'm
loading here.
You're coming from a good place, trying to warn people. You're headed down. You're going to be very unhappy soon, but sometimes you just kind of have to go.
Thousands poorer.
Yeah.
Dom is the host of Hoarders, but sometimes the people are just not ready to get rid of their shit. Sometimes they want to keep accumulating more and more shit.
Yeah.
And they won't. And it's very obvious to everyone else who's looking like, oh my God, there's so much stuff in this house. And there's a pile of dead rats and stuff right there. and you've been using that corner as the bathroom for the last 3 years. But they'll be like, what? There's no problem.
Hashtag oddly specific.
I was gonna say, after watching some of the lives, it's kind of spot on, Barb. It's
oh my God.
Whoa.
Wow. But no, but like Barb, you're absolutely correct. I know there are people that I get to too early.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like this is a canon event. You can't interfere.
Yeah, it's a canon. Well, yeah. I mean, it's true though. I mean, look, everyone goes through the phase, and I get it.
Yes.
And I've been trying to interview and say, don't do that. It's got to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Got to make the.
Got to hit rock bottom. I know it. I remember after I got out of rehab, I was reading like the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, and I was like mind blown, like having this fucking epiphany. And I was like, do people know? They're like, do sober people know about this? They could benefit so much. I am not kidding. I turned the page, and it's like, no, you'll probably think that you should introduce, everyone else to this, but that's just an alcoholic way of thinking, and it made me laugh. But the point being, it's like there's a process that you have to take, and sometimes that means learning the really painfully way, or the really painful way that what you're doing is just not it.
Yeah,
that's true.
And then the best part is you can change courses. I think that's another thing. There's a big fear people don't start because, what if I go the wrong way? What if I do the wrong thing? My reputation will be ruined. I don't want to put myself out there because I might be wrong.
Yeah. Your reputation of 2,000 followers on TikTok, you'll be fine. I promise.
Yeah.
There's the large crowd of those people that they think whatever the decision they make today is what they're going to be doing for the next 30, 40 years of their life. It's not a job, fuckers. Okay. It's your business. You can create anything you wanted out of it. Anything you want to do, whatever decision you make today, you can make a completely different one a year from now if you want to, 6 months down the road.
Yeah. And if you want to pivot 30 times, it's okay.
Yeah.
How many courses and offers have I launched in the past 24 months? It's okay. Finding your way. It all fits together at some point.
Right. Yeah.
Just do something. If you want to do this, just do something. Because you can always change course. Like you said, that this isn't a job.
Right. If I'm going to do something, Dom, I'm going to get a free yacht.
Yes.
Good segue.
Segue. Yeah. Free yacht. All right. I normally, we kind of got away from subjecting you guys to entire TikToks, but this one here kind of warranted it. Hold on. If I can get my whole screen share thing, because I'm usually shitty at this. Let's go in here. Share the audio, entire screen. All right, we'll bring this on here. You guys see that? Yes.
$150,000 a week gets you in Croatia. Wait no longer.
Graham, welcome on board Ohana.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. How many feet is this?
So this is about 160 foot. You can have up to 30 guests. This yacht, if you want to rent it for a week, it's anywhere from $85,000 to $110,000.
So how do we get this for free?
Gules, the chartering company, wants to market the yacht, but at the same time, it's hard for them to spend tens of thousands of dollars to get publications. So what they do, they give the yacht to us for free, and in return, we get to create content. That way, the reach is more. They get to use their resources. We get to have an amazing asset that we can make a really unique video on. It's a win-win for everyone.
Yeah. So build the audience is an asset. That came across my page. I shared everyone. I was like, oh my God. We need to do that at some point. But our reach is nothing. We don't have clearly enough reach for
we're going to Croatia. Sweet.
What'd you say, Scotty?
We're going to Croatia. How many points on the card do we have?
I don't know. I don't think we have Croatia points.
Rent that boat. It'd be good. That's what he said. That was the point, right? You just told us we're going on vacation.
Yeah,
Did I read it
for free. I mean, the company is supposed to call us and say, "Hey, look, we need you to make content because you get impressions, millions of dollars." No, all right. Look at it this way, though, right? So, I saw that and I broke it down. So that company charters that boat for what did I say? 100. I did
185
to 110.
Right, 85 to 100. Yeah, call it $200,000 for a week. So they ate the cost of $200,000 in lost revenue to give that to Graham and the other guy for a week. And then they also had to maintain it and upkeep. That's probably what, $5,000 a week in upkeep to just keep it freaking docked there. Yeah, absolutely, Nathan. Podcast on the yacht for sure. I would love it. So call it $210,000. So they've made the decision. That company running that yacht made the decision that the Graham and this other guy, the content creators, are going to give that boat to. Yeah. Their impressions and their audience, basically the ad revenue in the ad space, is worth more than $200,000.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Attention is the new currency, right?
Yeah.
Like we talked about this when was it a hotel? I think we talked about
it was forced. It was Beyonce in Atlanta.
Beyonce went to Dubai or something.
Yeah.
Right. And instead of running a ton of ads to get attention to the event that was going on, instead they just flew a bunch of influencers out and said, hey, create content around your experience in coming to the event. Right. So the combined audience, the combined impressions that hotel got far surpassed the amount of, throwing a bunch of ad dollars and trying to target a specific audience. Instead, they just, and it's the same thing with the yacht is they can bring on specific influencers that will hit a specific demographic and they'll reach a lot more people organically. Right. So it doesn't feel like an ad, but it really is an ad because they're creating content on an asset like that. So and this could be used. They did it on a yacht. This could be used, and I feel like on many different products or services or anything like that.
Jamar, would anybody ever spend $200 or $110,000 on a YouTube ad, a campaign?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's what they did. Instead of them putting money into Graham's channel as a YouTube ad, they paid him to do it
here in my garage.
Yep.
Right. Ty Lopez. He spent $10 million on that ad. If the ad convert, so there's the difference, right? So if the ad converts, they just keep throwing money at it, right? Because they've got a positive return on their ad spend. And it's the same way, if you have a video that goes viral, right? So if you have a video that goes viral and a person already has an audience of 10, 20 million people, if that video is going viral, it's getting shared and shared and shared, right? Like it's just like attention is currency. Like you basically, if you can gain the attention and get a video to go viral, like Graham Stephan has mastered this in all of his JVs and doing all of these different things. He's now has his podcast. He leverages his podcast to tap into other people's audience that are outside of his niche and talk about other things other than finance, right? So it broadens his base as well as the people who come onto his show. It broadens their base into personal finance, right? So there's like this intermingling of audiences that has to happen if somebody wants to grow.
Yes. And then also looking at this too, right? That yacht, the owner of the yacht who went to Graham and said, here, use this for a week and make content. They made the bet that Graham's audience could afford to rent that yacht.
Wow,
because they have to be like, his audience has to be of the caliber of person to be able to afford this. Yeah, and I'm sure they are, because he makes high level, high produced, expert, like legitimate expert content.
Yeah. And it cherry picks the audience automatically by watching that content. They're going to assume that he has people of high net worth that can afford a vacation on a $100,000 a week yacht.
So anybody, I know I've actually talked about this guy in our chats before. Anyone has looked up the Stad guy? Talk about that, like ultra high net worth people. Okay. So Stad is a Swiss ski town. And this guy, during the pandemic, I guess he had a friend who lived in Stad, because he's an Apple employee and he lives in London. And I think he had a friend who was in Stad, and they video called during the pandemic, and he was flipping out because his masseuse was 15 minutes late, and it was the biggest inconvenience of his day.
That's legit. Yeah.
So he goes on Instagram and he makes a video satiring this guy, like basically, I'm going to shine a light on how all these rich people think their problems are like not real problems, but they think they are. And it started as a super, super niche account. But I guess Instagram, because of being interest based, like they started organically sharing it and like, oh, this guy's fucking spot on. So his whole following list and his stuff became like ultra high net worth social billionaires. And there's a whole Forbes article on it actually, where they talk about it, and it's basically his following is nothing but people who live like a luxury lifestyle, but like actually live one, not like influencers. And this is, he actually made two characters. This character is supposed to be like the actual old money guy, and this is supposed to be like the influencer who fakes it. His content's awesome, even though it feels like it costs money to watch. But it talks about, again, there's people in the comments who are like, oh, this is accurate. And it's all TikTok. It's always like one letter, no profile picture, want to be super private. But those people are on the same social media as us.
Yeah.
And he was saying he's had people come into his comments and they're just like, oh, hey, I watched your Instagram. I want you to promote my little restaurant in Stad. So he gets a brand deal because he's making content for that audience.
Yeah. You never know when it's going to happen.
You never know who's watching. So don't. And again, it's a canon event with everyone standing there on live going, click the link in my bio. Like that doesn't have to be the end all be all.
No. Stop selling.
Yeah. Which I mean, I again, that's more to myself too. I've been selling a lot lately too.
Have you?
I think I have been. At the end of everything, I said, "Hey, look, I'm going to teach this for free. You should follow." I haven't saying I follow along, but I'm like trying to tell people I'm gonna try to sell you something soon.
Do they make it to that message?
They don't though. That's the thing. Because people go like they see my they see my rock throw and they don't go. They don't see the education behind it.
No.
Talked about that the other night.
Yeah.
Watch time is 25%, and like the last 75 is that me actually teaching.
Yeah. They're not on TikTok to be taught.
No, they're not.
They want you to give them something for free so they can make $10,000 a month by Lululemon and Lego. Because for some goddamn reason, people
that goes viral.
Believe that. How do you believe that in this day and age? Like that's a real thing. Anyway. I could go on for hours for that.
I know. I think right there, though, with that, we might even end with that. We hit the hour mark.
Yeah.
So
am I supposed to hit it? Are you supposed to hit it?
I don't even know, guys. Guys, we really need an outro. Hey, thanks for listening. If you like this episode, please leave us a review, or better yet, take a screenshot on your phone, post it to social media, and tag us, Digital Marketing Misfits, or just use the hashtag Digital Marketing Misfits. And for extra bonus